Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5. We are getting ready to go to war with China. This teal color down here. She has a lot of military units, and we're about equal on tech level, and they have an advantage with unique crossbowmen. So, we'll have to out-tactically fight them. And looks like I got all the military buildings built here. We have a lot of iron. Why do we have so much iron? I do not know, but I will utilize it and make some longswordsmen. The unit needs orders. Alright, so they're positioning units to maybe fight us. I'm not sure. I'm honestly in a better position. All my units will be available next turn, so I might just declare war and fire away. That is likely a ploy to reduce our funds, because there's little chance she's not going to declare war on us shortly. Unless she's just trying to defend herself. But the AI likes to attack people. So I'm just going to bring this guy way up here to explore some more. Another thing I want to do is probably get some forts up here maybe. I'm going to build a lumber mill in there. Well, not a lumber mill here maybe. I'm going to do a trading post. We're in a golden age. We'll soon have double production from our lumber mill, so just do that. What I can do is attack now and reduce that guy to rubble. Reduce that guy to rubble. And then I can kill him and bring my units up. Then I'd have to worry a little bit about these musketmen that I can shoot at. Huh. Down here is looking a little hairy. So I'm going to get that knight in a position. And we'll wait till next turn at least. Pull him back. Put him up here. I'll leave him here. And leave him right there. Just built a market. Pretty decent gold. Coastal cities usually generate quite a bit of gold. Put on the structures here. Production isn't too terribly bad here. Our happiness is pretty good. We don't need a harbor just yet. Universities not so useful, only like 5 science out of it. Some extra culture might be nice. Our happiness isn't terribly bad. I'm going to go ahead and grab a temple. We're going to need some early culture here, because eventually once we conquer this whole continent, our culture social policy gain is just going to be atrocious, because it's going to cost so much for each additional policy. And interesting. Alright. Let's maybe start a war here. Luxuries. Give me 300. Wait. On a demand. You give me 300 gold.
It's okay.
Alright. That really made me mad for some reason. I was just like, what? How dare you refuse me? Alright, here we go. To war! Cannons! Fire! Ooh. I didn't do as much damage as I had hoped. Crossbowman! Fire! Probably do as much damage as my cannon did. Almost. And he has accuracy, not barrage. Are you set up already? No, but I can set you up. and I can lay waste to that unit. Yep, completely destroyed. You are set up, so fire away. You have barrage, so that should do quite a bit of damage. As you can see. What I'll do is attack with these knights. They get a flanking bonus because I have this unit here. I will use these knights because I'll have a flanking bonus and a great general bonus, as you can see in the bottom left. And being a mounted unit, I can retreat these back if I need to. But I will immediately attack with these long swordsmen here. Should be able to completely destroy them with one attack, because ranged units do not have very good defense. The next patch is actually going to buff siege weapons to have a defense bonus equal to half of their range strength. Should be a nice little improvement. Let's put him here and see what we have against us. That was probably bad. They're going to get killed. I can't attack again because I do not have blitz, but what I can do is move here and get destroyed by a cannon. That's not worth it, so I'm going to move back. And I'm going to leave him here so that this guy is completely surrounded and can't get away. What I can probably do is move this guy here. Move my great general here so that my crossbowman does not get killed. And I can use this knight to put him here because I might need him. And it's actually, should have built a road here, because now that river is going to screw up my movement pretty badly. Do I have some more military units coming? I got a few more longswordsmen shortly. Another crossbowman in a little while. Might not even be able to compete in the fight in the military. I might lose that knight. Or not. Almost. But I did a lot of damage to him because I have flanking bonuses and all that.
Wars may be fought with weapons, but they are won by men. It is the spirit of the men who follow and of the man who leads that gains the victory.
Good old Patton. It's Egypt. What's up, Egypt? I have a longswordsman that got a promotion. Let's get Shock 3. We'll unlock some really good promotions after that, like Blitz, so you can attack more than once. Actually, I can move this cannon forward. Since I have a road, I can set it up here, and I can fire all in the same turn. Siege weapons, I don't think I've mentioned before. Siege weapons have to be set up prior to firing. For instance, if I move this... these guys are my allies, by the way. If I move him, he's no longer set up, and you have set up for ranged attack. They cannot fire otherwise. That's an offset to their immense strength. Let's use this knight to kill him, as I can immediately retreat with him and get him healed and bring him back into the fray as a cavalry unit, since I now can research cavalry. Shoot. Hold on a sec. Fire! I don't really like this guy out in the open here, but I can't really do anything about that because I'll lose my crossbowman if I try to. So I'm going to move him here to help flanking bonus here. So as long as you have another unit adjacent to the enemy, you get a flanking bonus for your units. This person, I need to trade places with this person, and I can upgrade this guy to a cavalry for 250 gold. That alone, this cavalry alone, can pretty much win me this war. What I'm probably going to do is put my crossbowman up here, put my cannon here. I'm screwed if he has a mounted unit in this area right here. I don't think so, though. He had a cannon in here somewhere. and I haven't seen a lot of mounted units coming out of China. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Put him in here. I'm going to wrap these 3 around this way so I can attack the city. This cannon will probably go right in here, and this cannon will probably get up right in here. And I'll probably swing this crossbowman around into this forest here. One advantage is if you have a city in a well-defended location, you are really hard to take over. I actually had a game on this difficulty setting against a really overpowered Greece who was just conquering everything. I basically had like kind of like this kind of area, although it was inverted, and basically there was like one path. There was like 2 different paths that went into my territory, but it was like 2 or 3 wide, and I was easily able to throw up forts and citadels. Which citadels your great generals can construct, and they are really, really powerful. They double your strength, so long swordsmen can sit in there until heavy mechanized infantry start coming out. And once an enemy unit stops adjacent to it, they take 3 damage automatically. It's really nice. I think my long swordsman will be fine now, so I don't really need rifling at the moment. So I think I will go with fertilizer, because that'll increase my overall food in my entire civilization by a lot, and leads to artillery rather shortly. All I need is to get rifling and then dynamite. I don't want to move this guy any closer because he's helping defend these guys, and if I move him here, or here, he will get shot at by city, which getting shot at by ranged units with no retaliation is generally not a good strategy. Leave him here so that these 2 both get the general's combat bonus. Marie. Nebuchadnezzar's flying up in score here. Apparently he's probably conquering a lot of them. He has whales, I have sugar. Would you like to trade? Sweet. Swing. Alright guys. We're gonna watch China's turn, see how much damage we take. I guess the strength 10 versus the strength 18 is not conductive to large amounts of damage. But I'm going to cut this video off here, and we will continue our war against China in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, guys.